Hello there, Raceland Christian Church family. Just coming with a really important announcement concerning our worship time together. As a group of elders, we met today and decided that in the best interest of our community, our faith community, as well as the community that we are trying to reach and protect, we are going to suspend Sunday morning gatherings as well as Wednesday night gatherings until April 12th at least. That will follow the guidelines given to us by the Center for Disease Control. So we will not be having any services at this building until at least April the 12th. Our goal is to meet back together for that Great Resurrection Sunday morning celebration on April 12th. But that is currently a goal. And so we're going to maintain our ability to be flexible throughout this process. One of the great challenges of leading a church during this time period has been, how can we keep that Acts 2:42 governing principle, where they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine, fellowship, breaking bread, and prayers. And so to help meet that as a congregation, we're going to continue the live stream that we started last night on Wednesday nights. We're going to live stream through Facebook Live a series of lessons called Trusting God. And the focus there is learning how to trust God when times are really difficult. And so I'm going to lead us through that Bible study like we experimented with last night. That experimentation went really well. For Sunday morning, what we're going to do is record worship. We're going to pre-record worship services. We're also going to pre-record a lesson that I'm going to give. It'll be shortened. And we're going to provide every person in our congregation who desires to have one, every leader in our church, every elder, deacon, or minister on staff will have a handout that can help lead you through a Bible study on your own based on the lesson that I am giving. For the next 3 weeks, we are going to be studying faith. And so you will have a lesson that I will give you on faith. It will be abbreviated, but you will have a sheet of information that will help you continue that Bible study and make it applicable. So if possible, we're going to try to form groups smaller than 10 people. I understand some people aren't comfortable doing that, and I'm perfectly okay with that. If we have the ability to meet in those groups, they will be provided with those sheets. You'll be getting a phone call from elders or deacons or ministers on staff over this next week, trying to get those together, gauge your interest, and provide as much assistance for you as possible in making that happen. What this does do is help put us back into the mold a little bit of the early church. The New Testament church started in people's homes. And so for a time period, we're going to be back in people's homes. And we want to help as best we can to help you grow spiritually in the process. And so we need some email addresses for people. We have several. Many of you got those yesterday. But some emails we don't have that are accurate. So we're going to ask that you email us at office@racelandchristian.com. Again, office@racelandchristian.com. We're going to post that on our Facebook page as well. But if you can get us good contact information, that would be great. We are deciding to communicate with you in a couple of formats. Facebook will be a great place for you to catch up with what's going on here at Raceland Christian Church. You can also check out our webpage, racelandchristian.com. Again, that's racelandchristian.com. We're going to utilize the one-call system as well as be able to text through the one-call system for those of you who would desire text messages. And again, email. So those are 4 methods that we have to reach out to you. Should cover about 90% of our congregation or better. Now what we need from you, what we're asking from you, is some good contact information. You can call into the church office and give us telephone numbers or email addresses. You can email us at office@racelandchristian.com to let us know how best to interact with you, to get a hold of you. We're asking that you maintain some flexibility throughout this process. As church leaders, we have put in a lot of hours over the last couple of weeks trying to figure out how best to minister to you and to our community. And so we ask that you continue to pray for us as we do our best to lead in a very difficult time. We also need for you to continue tithes and offerings. We have a lot of missions that we support locally and throughout the world that rely heavily on our giving. Our mission budget is based on your giving. We take 10% of your giving and immediately apply it to missions. There are local families. We have 50 currently. I anticipate that number going up. But there are 50 families that rely on our congregation's generosity for our food bank. And so we're asking that you continue to give so that we can meet needs of those in our community. You can do that in a couple of ways. You can drop off a check here at the church, stick it in the mail. You can call and somebody can come and pick it up. One of our elders will probably come do that. Or you can register at Easy Tithe. About a third of our giving is already taking place on Easy Tithe. Chris is going to develop a site and link it to our Facebook page as well as one we can email to you that will walk you through the process of registering with Easy Tithe and being able to contribute through Easy Tithe. So please continue your giving through this time period so that we're able to minister to our community. Finally, I read this week something that's really good, that in order for you to survive a crisis, and honestly our community is going through a crisis. So in order to survive that crisis, you need to know what your values are. And here at Raceland Christian Church, our values are clear. We are a Great Commandment, Great Commission church that desires to practice true religion. The Great Commandment means that we will love God with everything we have. We want you to continue to grow in your relationship with God. It also means that as a Great Commandment people, we will love others as neighbors, as friends, as brothers and sisters. We will continue to love people in our community as we would desire them to love us in return. We're also going to be a Great Commission church, which means we are going to take the gospel to people, even in difficult times like these, where we can't physically touch. We are going to be a church that values the need for people to come to know Jesus and to be his disciples. And finally, we're going to be a true religion church. We're going to be a church that practices our faith. We're going to have brothers and sisters who need food, who need shelter, who need clothing. And we are going to do our best to continue to provide the ministry that you guys have already been supplying for the last 5 years since I've been here. This is a great church to be a part of. I'm so honored to help lead in this congregation because you are a people who will practice your faith. What we are asking through this time is that we are going to meet together in homes or individually, that we're going to grow in our relationship with God, but that we are not going to stop being the church. So Raceland Christian Church, as flexible as we can be, I want you to go and be the church that God has called you to be. God bless you.